This position seems like a draw because you all might be thinking that black can exchange his pawn and sacrifice the bishop with this pawn to stop pawn promotion. But believe me, white is winning here. Are you ready? b4. If black plays bishop e1, now white has to be very careful. Because if you push this pawn, then you lose this pawn. And if you play a6, then black simply play bishop f2, controlling the dark squares. So here, white sacrifices the pawn. And if black takes, then this pawn is unstoppable. And if black plays bishop f2, then he loses this pawn. And if black defends this pawn, then pawn push, bishop moves back, controlling this square, and ultimately he loses this pawn. So black moves their king. Remember, you can't take this pawn, otherwise you lose this pawn. So here we pushes their pawn, black moves their bishop to stop this pawn. Now don't push this pawn, otherwise after bishop b6, white pawns can't move forward. So white must take this pawn. Now black moves their king closest to the enemy's pawn, and after b5, if black plays king c5, then after a7, even stockfish cannot stop this pawn. So black plays king c4. Be careful here, because if you push this pawn, then after king moves, you will lose one of the two pawns. If you push this pawn, then black take this pawn, and even if you promote to a queen, then bishop check and you lose the queen and draw the game. And here, if you push this pawn, then check and you lose another pawn, and again this is a draw. So here, white has a powerful move. Can you guess it? King c6. Idea is to control this square and also pushes the pawn. King b4, pawn push, king a5. Again, be careful. Don't push this pawn, because if you push, then after bishop a7, this is a draw. Here you can try the last trick, that is pawn sacrifice. And after bishop takes, you play king b7, hoping that the bishop moves, then I will push the pawn and no one can stop this pawn from queening. But my friend, things don't always turn out the way you expect. Because after king b7, black plays king b5. And once again, this is a draw. So here, white must push this pawn, and after bishop takes, you promote to a queen and win the game. Okay, hope you like this video and subscribe to Chess Strip. See you in the next video. Bye bye.